Hey everybody, here's a peek at the art journal page that we're making today using the supplies from the Mixed Media Inspired subscription. Today I'm working in my Large Dilutions art journal and I'm creating a background with lots of different washi tapes. So I went through my supplies and I grabbed all the washi tapes that went together and sort of had the similar color and feel. And now I'm going to put them down strip for strip until my entire background is covered. So if you're anything like me, you probably have lots of washi tape sitting around. I am a collector of washi tape, and I'm always looking for interesting ways to repurpose washi tapes in new ways. So this is a really cool way to get a quick background that has lots of color and texture. And then I'm going to put a layer of white gesso over the top with my palette knife, just so I can have some grungy white texture over my washi tapes, and also a place that I can put down some paints that will stick down to the washi tape. And then I'm going over with a baby wipe and a paper towel to just wipe off some of the gesso because I don't want complete coverage. I want it to be very grungy. So as I'm wiping some of it off, you can see I'm not getting it completely clean. And this is going to add texture in a really interesting way. After I have all that done, I'm going in with some paints and a paint brush to put down some paints in a few different places. And then I'm going to do that exact same technique with a paper towel and a baby wipe to wipe some of it away and continue creating grungy layers. The colors and names of all the products I use in this video are listed in the description below. Now I'm going in with some more paint, and I'm just going to keep doing this until I have all the texture in the background that I want. And because I put down gesso, it'll stick nicely on top of the washi tape. So you can see I also decided to brush out this paint by getting a paper towel and spraying it with some water. And now I'm able to blend that dark green paint out even further to create a tonal value over my entire page. Now I'm going to create some abstract flowers with my paintbrush and a bunch of colors to paint. And I'm actually going to put on some music while I do this. And then I'll be back to continue describing and explaining the following steps. After all the paint is dry, I'm going to use a white watercolor pencil and add some sketchy outline lines to these flowers and leaves for a little bit more definition. Now, this is not going to be a very detailed sketch around these leaves. I'm going over it and making them very loose because I want it to just more be the idea versus detailed drawing. So you can see I'm going over this a few times. I'm scribbling it. I'm holding it very loose in my hand so that I'm having very loose lines around all of the flowers and also the leaves and the stems. And this is more to give the idea of a flower than to be a detailed drawing. So I'm going to just do that, and then I'm going to move on to the collage portion of my project. So I'm cutting out a bunch of pieces from the 49 Market Botanical laser cut. And also a cool thing about this is that the back packaging is actually has prints on one side, so you can actually use the packaging in this product as well. And so I cut out a few elements from that, and then also some stuff from the actual product. And I'm going to begin layering it down on my page. So you can see I'm starting with this piece of lace and now this ruler. And the ruler was too long, so I'm simply trimming it to the size that I want. And then I will use it in my project. So that's something you can always consider when you're doing any kind of collage, is if an element isn't exactly right or you don't like a portion of it, simply trim it off. There's no rule that says you have to use something exactly how it is, directly out of the package. Alter it, change it, do whatever you want to do. It's your art, so feel free. You are the master of your own creation. So I'm giving you permission to feel free to alter things as much as you want, because that is the cool part of mixed media. So I'm continuing on my collage. You can see I have a bunch of different elements here, and now I'm going to go down with the final piece of the collage, which is the word that says wonder. And I started out by putting it on the left side, and then as I'm putting it down, I decided I didn't really like the placement. It didn't really feel like it was cohesive to me. So I'm actually, after I glued it down, I'm instantly lifting it up, changing my mind, and I'm going to put it on the right side, kind of tucked underneath that green plant flower. So also, you can feel free to change your mind when you're doing things and just wipe up the glue like I did here, and everything is fine. Another thing you can always consider is changing your mind or adding to it. So I had gathered all these pieces and glued them down, and I decided my collage needed one more thing. So I'm grabbing this purple flower, and now the collage is complete. I'm going to add some gloss spray splatters, but I don't want any to get on top of my main collage elements. So I'm ripping up a piece of paper towel to block those off so they won't get splatter, but the splatter will go all around it. I like to rip up the paper towel when I do this so that the edges aren't completely straight, and it has much more of an organic shape to the mask. And then when I lift it up, everything is perfect. I can let that dry, and my page is complete. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something and have ideas now to use in your own art projects. I'd love to see what you're working on, so post your project and use hashtag ArtJournalJunction. Please give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and also hit the subscribe button so YouTube knows you want to see more mixed media and art journaling videos in the future.